Testing audio inside the Nick Smith Center as the Arnprior Rivermen get set for the regular season home finale against the South Stormont Mustangs. Warm-ups are just getting underway, and puck drop will be shortly after 7:30. welcome inside the Nick Smith Center for tonight's EOSHL action on the RA Sports Network. I'm Ryan Woods, and I have your call for tonight's game between the Arnprior Rivermen and the South Stormont Mustangs. Well, it's the regular season home finale for the Arnprior Rivermen, who enter tonight with a 9-9 record, 18-point second place in the Capital Division, and they are locked in as they are set to face the Pontiac Senior Comets in the first round of the playoffs. The South Stormont Mustangs come into tonight with a record of 13 wins, 5 losses, second place in the Seaway Division. They will face either the South Grenville Rangers or the Glengarry Pipers in the first round of the USHL playoffs, and we will have to keep an eye on the out-of-town scoreboard tonight as we will get an indication as to who they will play. We're going to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboards. Only 2 games left for both the Rangers and the Pipers. The Stormont Mustangs come into tonight having won their past 2 games, including their most recent, a 13-3 win over the South Grenville Rangers. The Arnprior Rivermen, 7-3 in their last 10 games, look to respond after dropping a game 7-3 on Sunday versus the undefeated North Dundas Rockets. We'll be back with Puck Drop following O Canada. We have a great game in store for you tonight as both teams are as close to a full lineup as you will see this season. The visiting South Stormont Mustangs are without their leading goal scorer, Mark Backstead, who leads or second in the EOSHL with 23 goals, leads the Mustangs in goal scoring. Other than that, they have most of their top players in the lineup. You got to go all the way down to perhaps their 11th leading scorer, Dylan Stacey, has 11 points in 9 games, or had 11 points in 9 games for Glengarry, was held pointless in his Mustangs debut against Hagen Falls. He is out of the lineup tonight. However, all of the other top players for the Mustangs are in the lineup, as are the Rivermen top players. We are set for an exciting game. The puck is dropped and we are underway. Lalonde plays it ahead inside the Rivermen net. Matt Denis will stick handle and pass it out to center ice for McMahon, who stick handles across the blue line. A mini opportunity in front. Shot is stopped. And back out to center ice. Lalonde throws it over to the right wing. Isaac Barr shot misses blocker side. And it's chipped by McMahon out to center ice. Isaac Barr skates back into his own end and spins around to play it ahead to Lalonde. Lalonde with the backhand pass through center ice. Unable to connect. Matt Denis starts the breakout up to the left wing. Our dump in from Aldrich Denis is steered out of play. And we had our first stoppage with 46 seconds gone in the period. Your starting goaltender tonight for the visiting South Stormont Mustangs is number 30. Levy Mitchell has a 3-0 record this season with a .901 save percentage and 3.57 goals against average. His most recent game, he stopped 35 of 37 shots in the 13-3 win over the in the 13-3 win over the South Grenville Rangers. Bouncing puck into the corner for Jacob Victor to play ahead. Pass by Kugliet over to the left wing, drop to Ty Power, who tries to play it fast past Kirkwood, bouncing puck towards the net. And it's stopped by Mitchell for another stoppage with 1:13 gone in the period. Starting goalie tonight for the Arnprior Rivermen is Carlin Lyle, who has a 6-6 record this season with an .872 save percentage, 5.21 goals against average, and 1 shutout. Allowed 7 goals on 32 shots in the 7-3 loss against the North Dundas Rockets. Shot from the far point by Saito misses wide, and back come the Mustangs. Lyle's out to play it around the boards, and it bounces over top of Duncan Campbell. It comes back to the blue line. Dylan Barr plays it down low. Campbell brings it around the boards. Widdenmeyer bounces it down low for Spink. Campbell tries to work a backhand pass to the point, but it's broken up by the Rivermen, and it's turned over to Dylan Barr at center ice, who gets it back in off the end boards. Lyle will play it behind the net, but nearly gave it away to Campbell. Perhaps should have just taken the face off there, but the Rivermen able to cover. Nacita's pass is knocked out of midair by Dylan Barr. Back across the blue line, the shot by Tallman is deflected wide, and it's kept behind the net off a deflection off a Riverman player. Another turnover at the near circle, and Brownlee was unable to get the shot off. It's over into the far corner and played behind the net by Noonan. Victor with a head fake and a deke to get around the Mustangs. Nacita peels back with it and plays it over to the far circle. Pass unable to connect with Noonan at center ice, and icing is called against the Rivermen with 2:31 gone in the period. The Arnprior Rivermen are looking to earn their 10th win of the season. They finished last year with a 9-10-1 record, 10-9-1 record the previous season, so they could finish with a maximum 11 wins this regular season if they win out the remaining 2 games, and that would be their highest win total since the 2021-22 season, where they had an 11-6-1 record in their final season as the West Carleton Rivermen. Bit of a discussion between the official and linesman before play resumes. The face-off will be to the right of Carlin Lyle. The official has come over to give it an explanation to the coaching staff of the Mustangs. Play will resume. Face-off is won by Moyes. Victor, behind the Riverman net, pushes it over to the far boards off the bench. McVeigh to Moyes from the right circle towards the net. It's kept to the outside by Huntley. Centering pass is broken up and passed out up the left wing. A move by Tallman to get around Matt Denis. It's poked off his stick, and it's kept in at the point. Kirkwood's shot is off the stick of Lyle and out of play with 2:57 gone in the period. The South Stormont Mustangs could finish the season with a best possible record of 15 wins and 5 losses, which should be 1 fewer win than they had last season when they finished the season with a 16-4 record. Matt Denis gets it ahead out to center ice. Kirkwood passes it over to Huntley. Huntley plays it up the right wing. Lalonde brings it around the boards. Lyle is out to play it behind the net. Matt Denis, tape-to-tape past Adrian Moyes, who goes with the backhand behind the back pass, unable to connect with Roberts. Lalonde plays it behind the net. Roberts looking to capitalize on the giveaway, passes back to the point. I think he wanted to play that one into the slot, but didn't execute on the pass. One-time opportunity in front, centering pass, and the Rivermen open the scoring. One-time shot from the slot from Anthony McVeigh. That's the second goal of the season for Anthony McVeigh, who opens the scoring 3:36 into the opening period. And the Rivermen opened the scoring last weekend against the North Dundas Rockets. They'd go on to surrender the next 3 goals in the first period and were trailing 3-1 by the first intermission. They will look to have a different story tonight, but that's a great start in front of a nice crowd in the Nick Smith Center, and they're looking to come back for more. McMahon from the right circle into the slot. Halford unable to redirect it on goal. Kept in by McMahon. Johnson out in front. Backhand opportunity is stopped. And the rebound is stopped as well. Another opportunity for the Rivermen to make it 2-0. With a great save by Mitchell to keep it a 1-goal deficit. You got to get the puck up, and of course the Rivermen shot it right into the crotch of Mitchell. Unfortunately for the Rivermen, unable to capitalize on that opportunity, and if this game remains close, that's one that they definitely will want to have back. Got to bury your chances when you can. Jerson across the blue line, plays it down low. Ashton behind the net, lost control of the puck. Huntley plays it over to the far corner. It's intercepted by Jorson into the slot, bouncing puck back to the point. Ashton towards the net. Mitchell makes a save, and Power plays it through the crease off the post on the far side. Now into the offensive zone. Reed Johnston is separated from the puck by Matt Denis. Great defensive read by Matt Denis to take the body and leave the puck. And now Matt Denis will play it out to center ice. Knocked down, and Jorson will send it in deep. Mitchell comes out to play it. Huntley stick handles and passes it up the right wing for Isaac Barr. Isaac Barr lost control. Lalonde picks up the puck. Shot from the slot is stopped by Lyle. An opportunity. He shuts the 5-hole. Lalonde passes the rebound back to the point. Clemens' shot is stopped. Lalonde has it in the far corner. Behind the net. Out in front, backhand shot stopped by Lyle. Dylan Barr had a nice opportunity in front with the one-time backhand opportunity off the pass from the far corner. Lyle was in the right place to make the save. Not a lot of room for Barr to get that shot off. Isaac Barr with a nice move into the slot. His shot is stopped by Lyle. The Rivermen send it the length of the ice. Icing called against the Rivermen with 5:57 gone in the first period. Isaac Barr showcasing his abilities. He's 4th overall in EOSHL, scoring with 38 points in 18 games. He leads the league with 35 assists, almost had an equalizer there from the slot. And with possession off the draw, he sends one on goal. Rebound is stopped by Lyle. Lyle sprawled out on the ice. The Rivermen find the puck, and it's skated out by Noonan. Noonan plays it to the outside for Nasita. And now Lalonde has some space one-on-one against Alderic Denis. He drops it for Isaac Barr. Spinning pass into the slot. Campbell shoots and scores! .6:21 into the first period. The Mustangs get on the board, and it's a 1-1 tie. That was a great shot by Duncan Campbell, who beat Lyle on the glove side off the post and in for his 8th goal of the season. And now the Rivermen will need to respond if they wish to avoid repeating history from last week. This is also the second and final meeting of the season series between the Rivermen and the Mustangs. Their only other game this season was back on November 16th, where the Mustangs earned a 7-1 victory. Moyes unable to receive the pass at center ice. McIsaac carries it out to center ice, and it's deflected in. Racing back to pick it up. Miles out of the net. Off a skate along the far boards, and it's bouncing outside the blue line. Campbell passes back into his own end. Return pass up in front of the timekeeper's area. Pass to the outside for Spink. Spink the centering pass attempt, and it's knocked off his stick, and Denis sends it back out to center ice for Kevin Hope. Hope passes it ahead, and he races up to the blue line to receive the return pass. Unable to connect with Spink, and Moyes gets the deflection, but the linesman said that he did not get the deflection or was short of the center ice line. Either way, icing called against the Rivermen with 7:23 gone in the period. Brownlee tied up off the face-off. Matt Denny will skate the puck behind the net. Saucer pass across the blue line to Moyes, who gets the center ice this time. McVeigh and Aldrich Denis colliding at center ice allows the Mustangs to attempt a zone entry, but it's broken up. McMahon across the blue line, centering pass, looking back door, unable to connect. Dan Johnson finds the loose puck and feeds it across to Victor. Victor's shot is stopped by Mitchell. Johnson passes the rebound back to the point for Aldrich Denis, back to Johnson. Johnson plays it down low for McMahon. McMahon separated from the puck in the corner, and it's out to center ice for Brownlee. Brownlee has Johnston with him. He'll play it into the corner and catch up to it. Brownlee, 1-on-2, bouncing puck is gloved down by McMahon. McMahon sends it behind the Riverman net for Victor. Victor, with a hard pass through center, is broken up by the Mustangs. Johnston gets it over. A shot on net by Tallman is stopped by Lyle, and Lyle hangs on with 8:30 gone in the period. Kobe Tallman, the Cornwall Colts alumni, had 3 goals and 3 assists for a 6-point game versus the South Grenville Rangers last Saturday, January 25th. Not often you get a hat trick of goals and a hat trick assists. 6-point total on the night. Clement comes back to pick up the puck. The puck dies short just of the icing line. And the Mustangs will have to come all the way back down the ice. Lyle was out to play it. Icing waved off by the linesman. The puck comes around the boards out to center ice. It's past Kirkwood. Kirkwood back to pick it up. He whacks it for Clement. Clement passes ahead. Isaac Barr down the left wing. And the play was offside as Dylan Barr was just inside the blue line on the opposite side of the zone, and the faceoff will come back outside. Yannick Lalonde out there enters tonight with a 4-game multi-point streak. If you usually get a 4-game point streak, that's pretty good, but he has multiple points in 4 consecutive games. Off the face-off, the puck comes over to the near boards. Isaac Barr plays it back for McIsaac. McIsaac has it behind the Mustangs goal. He finds Isaac Barr, who makes a pass from his knees to Lalonde. Lalonde had it knocked off his stick by Victor. Dylan Barr from his knees into the slot, back to the point. Kevin Hart's shot over the glass and off the end boards. Dylan Barr make it 2-1 Mustangs. Another Cornwall Colts alumni and Kevin Hope had 29 EOSHL goals entering tonight. He'll get an assist on this one as his point shot sailed over top of the net and off the glass, and Dylan Barr in the right place to capitalize, with Lyle unable to get over to the near post and take that scoring chance away. Dylan Barr makes no mistake and slides the puck home to give the Mustangs their first lead of the game. As we approach the midway point of the first period, Hope is taken down and the Mustangs will skate it out. Pass attempt ahead. They thought that they had got a deflection from Campbell, but ice is called. That's a couple of calls both ways now tonight, where we thought that there should have been no icing, but icing was called, and the faceoff will come back down to the Mustangs' end. 9:57 remaining in the opening period. Face-off coming up to the left of Mitchell. It's won by Halford. Moyes off the draw. His shot floats through the air, and it's an easy glove save for Mitchell, who will hang on for another defensive zone face-off. Moyes scored a goal last weekend in the dying moments of the game against the Rockets, where he just threw the puck on the net from a poor angle, and he was able to get the third goal of the game for the Rivermen. It was a nice heads-up play late in the game, and Moyes continues his hot streak here in the second half of the season. Spink centering pass. Wittenmeyer sends it across behind Lyle. Lyle is able to find his post. Wittenmeyer plays it around the boards. It's picked off. Moyes and Hope were tied up at center ice. Moyes had no idea the puck was sent up the ice, and icing called against the Rivermen with 9:19 remaining in the period. Adrian Moyes has 8 points in his last 5 games. I mentioned he's on a hot streak. He's been producing well recently. The face-off in the Riverman end was won by the Rivermen. Matt Denis had the puck bounce off the boards. Huntley plays it down low out of the corner, out in front. A nice stick lift on the back door, and Moyes diving in an attempt to receive the breakaway pass. However, unable to reach it, and icing called once again against the Rivermen. I believe it was Max Saito who had the stick lift on the back door. It appears it was actually Alderic Denis. So a great defensive play to take away a potential goal from the Mustangs and keep the Rivermen down just by 1. And now Alderic Denis carries it through center ice and floats it in on goal. Mitchell will hang on as Alderic Denis got behind the Mustangs defense, and Mitchell forced to cover the puck and take the defensive zone face-off. Face-off won by the Mustangs. Huntley plays it ahead to Isaac Barr. It's past Victor. Dylan Barr from the near corner. Out into the slot, unable to connect with Isaac Barr, and back comes Dylan McMahon through center ice. He lost control of the puck, and it's passed ahead to Isaac Barr. He has Dylan Barr. He shoots, and Flyer comes across to make a huge glove save. It's a double Barr 2-on-1 save for Carlin Lyle. No mistake from Isaac Barr to make the pass across to Dylan Barr, but an even better save for Carlin Lyle. Another shot attempt off the draw comes back to the near point for Kirkwood. Unable to get the puck down low to Brownlee. Cuglietta makes a move, and it's a giveaway into the slot. Tolman's shot is stopped, but the rebound is in the pocket net. And just like that, the Mustangs have a 3-1 lead over the Rivermen with 8:08 remaining in the period. Kobe Tolman capitalizes on the turnover with a quick shot. Another great save by Lyle. Unfortunately, the Rivermen unable to get the defense to clean out the garbage, and Tolman was able to take care of it. Kirkwood passes it through center ice, bouncing puck, finds Cuglietta. Cuglietta tied up, pushes it over to the left wing. Into the corner, Jorson separated from the puck, and it's off a skate out to center ice. Matt Denis gets the return feed from Francis. Johnston into the offensive zone, 1-on-3. He lets a shot go that goes high and out of play with 7:28 remaining in the period. After scoring the game's opening goal, it's been entirely in control for the Mustangs. There's a reason that they went to the Eastern Conference Finals last season against the North Dundas Rockets in the playoffs, and why they only lost 4 games last season and have a 13-5 record this season. Noonan pokes it ahead, possible breakaway opportunity in behind the defense. Backhand shot is stopped by Mitchell. Nasita thought he had him beat on the backhand, but once again, not able to elevate the puck quite enough, allowing Mitchell to reach across nearly in the splits to take away another Riverman goal with a great glove save. How about that diving effort by Noonan to just poke the puck ahead, allowing Nasita to get it on the breakaway? That was a great play. Backhand pass in the corner by Noonan. The Mustangs play it out to center ice. Campbell across the blue line from the right circle off the skate of Widdenmeyer. Noonan to Nasita. Back to Noonan. Noonan has Halford. Halford unable to receive the pass as it got caught up. Aldrich Denis floats it in, and it's gloved down by Mitchell. McIsaac with a move to the near corner. Plays it out to center ice. Campbell passes to the outside. It's off the skate of Widdenmeyer. Aldrich Denis comes back to take the puck away. He skates it out to center ice. Around a pair of Mustangs players, gets the puck deep. Spink plays it off the end boards. It's poked ahead to Isaac Barr up the right side. He lets a shot go from just inside the far circle. Off the glass, over to the left circle. Isaac Barr. Backhand pass down low. It's poked away by McVeigh. And it's in on goal. Mitchell will glove the puck and hang on with 5:48 remaining in the period. Mitchell was in the net for the Mustangs in the 7-1 win against the Rivermen on November 16th, where he stopped 24 of 25 shots, only allowing 1 goal. And he's made a few huge saves already, allowing the Mustangs to find their legs on the road. Get another delay here as the official comes over to discuss things once again with the Mustangs coaching staff. And the faceoff will come outside the blue line. The Mustangs win the argument. And now the official comes over to provide an explanation to Mike Byrne. Victor passes it across. McMahon deflects it into the offensive zone. Huntley plays it off the boards, unable to connect with Isaac Barr. Johnson plays it between the legs of Dylan Barr. Stick handling back into his own end. McMahon turns up ice, bouncing puck deflected off a stick. Johnson enters the offensive zone, but McMahon was trapped inside the blue line, and the play was offside against the Rivermen with 5:19 remaining in the period. Tough pair of games for the Rivermen to close out their home portion of the regular season, playing against the undefeated Rockets last weekend and the 13-5 Mustangs tonight. A pair of strong opponents, and one good way to look at it is a pair of tough tests to prepare for the playoffs. Tied up along the near boards was Ashton. Ashton looks to win the battle against a pair of Mustangs players. Victor plays it up along the boards. McMahon gets it ahead to Ashton. Ashton, backhand pass, and unable to connect was Noonan. Well, it's a nice passing play for the Rivermen to enter the offensive zone, just unable to finish it off. Hard pass off the boards on the far side is received by Tallman. It's played in by Kirkwood. Lyle with a pass, reaching out with power, unable to receive it. Inside the boards, Spink plays it down low. Matt Denis plays it off the glass out to center ice. McIsaac dodges the check from Roberts. It's stolen back by Cuglietta. Riverman out to center ice. Cuglietta across the blue line. Centers it. Roberts' shot misses blocker's side. Not by much. Collision in the far corner. Roberts knocked off the puck. And it's played off the boards out to center ice for Matt Denis. Denis with a shot in from center ice. His glove down, and they got to blow the whistle. It's been in his glove for a minute and a half. Let's go back to the passing play involving Brett Ashton to enter the offensive zone. A nice play to look for the backdoor tap in, just unable to connect, but a nice zone entry from Brett Ashton, who helped turn the momentum in the second period of last Friday's win over Manotick with a second period fight against Manotick's Lucas Roy. With the Rivermen having given up 3 goals here, they need somebody to step up and turn the momentum tonight. An opportunity in the slot. Backhand shot blocked away by Lyle. Bouncing puck in the corner. Conan unable to catch up to the puck. Riverman player down. Nisita is able to pass it over to the far side. And it's played out to center ice. Isaac Barr turns back with it. He enters the offensive zone, but just separated from the puck. Sato bangs it out to center ice. Nisita rubbed out along the boards. It's back in. Centering pass by Lalonde. Isaac Barr's shot stopped by Lyle. Nisita floats it up into the air, but it hits the rafters with 2:21 remaining in the first period. Be sure to stay tuned following the first period as we take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. A lot of key matchups tonight, which will affect the playoff positioning. Pass ahead connects with Johnston. Johnston shoots. Lyle makes the save. Had it under his pad and was able to squeeze the legs enough to prevent that one from trickling through the fiver. Face off to the right of Lyle. He's won by the Rivermen, Matt Denis. The Rivermen just able to get that one out to center ice. But McVeigh forces the turnover and passes it ahead. In comes Roberts. His shot deflects high over the glass and out of play. Spencer Roberts with an opportunity, unable to get the shot on net. He scored a power play goal last Friday against Manotick. Face-off won by Campbell, and the Mustangs in front of their own net. Mitchell had to be careful. His foot been 6 inches to the left. That might have gone off his skate and in the net. Campbell banks it off the boards, but the Rivermen are able to play it out 2-on-2. Across the blue line, Aldrich Denis pivots, centering pass received, and a nice opportunity. Mitchell makes a pair of saves. Matt Denis races across to pick up the loose puck. Halford receives it. He carries it wide, tries to play it on net from a bad angle. Mitchell is able to make the save and hang on. With 1:11 remaining in the first period, Spencer Roberts with a pair of opportunities to cut the lead to 1. But Mitchell with a couple of saves, and that's why he has been successful this year in his 3 starts. Hasn't lost a game. Poked off the Riverman stick out to center ice. Victor with the backhand pass. Gets the return feed. Plays it up. Halford gets the deflection off a glove. Back out to center ice for Lalonde. Lalonde around McMahon. Centering pass into the slot to Lindbar to the forehand. Unable to execute on the play. It's a great idea. Just unable to execute. McMahon had it knocked off his stick. It's back out to center ice. Lalonde over to the right wing for Isaac Barr. 37 seconds left in the period. To the right circle. Shot stopped by Lyle. Rebound comes back to the point, and outside Lalonde will wait for the Mustangs to tag up. Isaac Barr races into the near corner, and he wins the race to the puck to keep the play alive. Carries it back to the point and passes it off to the right circle. Out in front, Halford intercepts. Bouncing puck at the blue line. McMahon with 12 seconds left in the period. Passes it over one-on-one. Johnson's shot goes off the stick of McIsaac and out of play with 7.9 seconds remaining. Still lots of time left in the opening period with the offensive zone face-off. If the Rivermen can win this draw and cook up a play, they may be able to get out of this period with a late goal. However, the Mustangs win the face-off and ring it around the boards, and the first period will come to a close as the final seconds tick off the clock. Is a repeat of Sunday with the Rivermen opening the scoring, but the opponent striking back with 3 goals to take a 3-1 lead into the first intermission. The first period shots on goal, 20 for the Mustangs, 13 for the Rivermen. And we will take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. The Smiths Falls Ritos defeated the Westport Lumberjacks by a score of 4-1 this afternoon. The Wolves have a 2-0 lead over the Bulldogs in the first period. Some other games also just getting underway as the North Dundas Rockets have the Glengarry Pipers will trail them by 2 points with 1 game remaining. So that will just about do it and confirm a first-round matchup for the South Stormont Mustangs against the South Grenville Rangers. I believe there was one other game tonight between the Menotick Mariners and the Pontiac Senior Comets. The Mariners lead 3-0 in the first period. And then the final game on the schedule tonight is the game you are watching, where the South Stormont Mustangs lead the Arnprior Riverman by a score of 3-1 following the first period of play. Anthony McVeigh opened the scoring, 3:36 into the period, with assists from Adrian Moyes and Alderic Denis. Duncan Campbell tied the game at 13:39 with assists to Isaac Barr and Yannick Lalonde. It wasn't long after that Dylan Barr gave the Mustangs a 2-1 lead with 10:14 remaining in the period. Reed Johnston and Yannick Lalonde with assists. And with 8:08 remaining, Toby Tallman scored an unassisted goal to give the Mustangs a 3-1 lead. So 3 goals in about 5 minutes of play have the Mustangs up by 2 after 20 minutes of play. First period shots 2013 in favor of the Mustangs. Neither team has had a power play opportunity yet. We will begin the second period at 5-on-5. RA Sports Network, the EOSHL, and the Arnprior Rivermen join the hockey community and the TSN 1200 community mourning the passing of Sean Simpson. Sean Simpson was a draft pick of the Washington Capitals and a goaltender in his playing career. He went on to become a front office executive in the NHL and a beloved voice on the radio across the Ottawa airways on the TSN 1200 radio network. Sean was very vocal in his struggles with mental health and a mental health advocate. And for any of his fans who have been devastated by the news this week, of course, as well with his colleagues at TSN 1200 and his friends, we offer our deepest condolences. And we will miss Sean Simpson. I'm joined by Rivermen leading scorer Connor Noonan after 20 minutes of play. You guys got the game's opening goal, but gave up the next three. What do you guys have to do to get back to where you started the game and take the momentum back from the Mustangs?
Yeah, we just got to keep getting pucks in deep, get the puck behind their D, work it down low, better in the neutral zone, and just watch the turnovers.
No special teams yet so far tonight. You guys have been good at staying disciplined. What have you guys been doing just to keep out of the box and give yourselves a chance at 5-on-5?
Yeah, well, it sounds like the refs are letting us play today. A couple calls can run both ways, but they put the whistle away early, so we're just going to battle hard and keep playing until we get those calls.
Thank you, Connor, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks.
Welcome back inside the Nick Smith Center for second period action between the Arnprior Riverman and South Stormont Mustangs on the RA Sports Network. I'm Ryan Woods, and it's a 3-1 Mustangs lead after 20 minutes of play. We begin the second period at 5-on-5. McMahon across the blue line into the slot. Backhand pass, and they score! Get from Johnson! 56 seconds into the period. Well, that's what Connor Noonan said. They just have to get pucks on net, and the first puck on net of the period goes to the back of the net, and the Rivermen cut the lead to 1 goal, and it's now a 3-2 game with the 10th goal of the season for Dan Johnson. Lyle makes a save, and 42 seconds into the period, Matt Denis and Dylan McMahon with the assists on the goal for Dan Johnson. A beautiful passing play, especially from McMahon to center it just outside the tip of the crease. Mitchell unable to intercept the pass, and Johnson had all day to put that one into the back of the net. Pass through center doesn't connect with Spink. Spink catches up to it, and he gets the inside positioning. Campbell into the slot. Shot blocked by Hope. Puglietta leads the 2-on-1 out in front and just past the near post tower. Another opportunity, but Ashton unable to find the puck in the slot. The Rivermen with a pair of opportunities to tie the game. Saito up the left wing. Ashton gets the puck in deep. Spink plays it behind the net. McIsaac passes out to the blue line. Spink from the high slot out in front, backhand shot, and they score. Campbell, with his second goal of the game, restores the 2-goal lead for the Mustangs. 1:42 into the second period. Well, the Mustangs, not a team to allow the opponents to regain or sustain any momentum. We saw it in the first period after giving up the game's opening goal. They came back with 3 goals, and now, just over a minute after Dan Johnson scores, the Mustangs, Campbell gets them right back on track. Lyle plays it around the glass. Turnover, an opportunity for Johnston in the slot. The faceoff will be in the Riverman end with 1:59 gone in the second period. Alderic Denis plays it ahead off the skate of Nisita, unable to connect on the pass with Noonan. Noonan thought that it shouldn't have been icing, and they're arguing once again. There's been a pair of icing calls in the first period that were argued by both teams, and now another one that is being contested in the second period. Face off will be to the left of Lyle. Off the face off outside, Clement plays it back in. It was rubbed down close to the blue line by Johnston, but the play was allowed to continue. Halford drops it looking for Noonan. Nisita's shot is blocked by Kirkwood. Noonan falls in the corner. Nisita plays it down low. Noonan from the goal line, backhand pass out in front. Nisita unable to find the puck. It was played ahead by Tallman. Johnston gets it deep. Riverman out to center ice. Noonan deflects it in. He races after it. Kirkwood back. Icing called. The Rivermen arguing that icing call as well. It was clearly deflected from the Rivermen side of center ice, though. That one definitely an icing call. And the Rivermen centerman Halford throw it to the face-off. The Rivermen win it and play it off the boards. Going, gone. Icing called once again against the Rivermen with 3:04 gone in the second period. Slow pace with all these icing calls, and the face-off once again won by the Rivermen, but behind the net, it's put around the boards. Conant shot through traffic is stopped by Lyle, and the rebound is floated out to center ice. Noonan knocks it down, plays it over to Halford. Halford from the far circle plays, and it's a delayed penalty call. Lyle to the bench off the end boards. It's in the net. Oh my goodness. Trout went off the Mustangs to their own net on the late penalty call, but they never had possession. They knocked it into their own net. That's a goal that you think they're going to argue that one as that is an unbelievable situation. I don't believe I have ever seen a goal, an own goal on a delayed penalty before. But just like that, the Rivermen once again back within one. Wait to see who gets credit for the goal. Nisita gets the goal. Noonan gets the assist. And Halford with the assist as well. And 3 goals in the opening 3 minutes, 28 seconds of the second period. McVeigh will take the face-off against Campbell. It's won by McVeigh, who opened the scoring. Victor plays it to the outside. Roberts. Pass was deflected by Campbell to the near corner. Campbell plays it over to the far boards. When the pass gets kept inside the blue line by Saito, Campbell able to steal it back. And it goes through the rafters. No contact, but we still get the whistle. And it seems like every whistle now we're having someone argue where the face-off should go. Yeah. And the referee said it did touch, but it clearly didn't. There was no impeded direction. It had a steady arc and came back down. However, play back underway. Woodenmeyer from the slot. His shot bouncing towards the net. Campbell looking for the hat trick. Lyle keeps it out and slams the door shut. Well, both teams make a line change here as we are nearly 5 minutes into the second period. Lalonde unable to win the faceoff. It's played off the boards back out to center ice. Lalonde reaching for it. He's kept away from the puck by Aldrich Denis. Dylan Barr back to the point. Hope shot kicked aside by Lyle. Another opportunity from the left point, bouncing in front, out to the blue line, and Johnson reaching to poke it past McIsaac, but McIsaac carries it back into his own end. Lalonde over the left wing, received by Dylan Barr. Dylan Barr out in front, deflected wide past the glove side of the net. Back out to the near face-off circle. Isaac Barr throws it over to the far corner. Lalonde battling Matt Denis, poked away by Lyle. Hope over to McIsaac. He winds up, plays it in an effort to go between the legs of Halford. Now Isaac Barr's shot is deflected over to the near corner. Lalonde receives a shove. Johnson pokes it ahead and hit along the glass. Isaac Barr takes the worst of it. Halford centers it. Aldrich Denis into the near corner, plays it behind the Mustangs. Then another delayed penalty call coming up against the Mustangs. Lyle to the bench. The extra attacker is on. Aldrich Denis to the backhand. His shot misses blocker side. McMahon in front. Halford's shot is stopped. Racing to keep the play alive. Aldrich Denis winds up. His shot deflected to the near corner by Mitchell. McMahon back to the point. It's kept in. Aldrich Denis' shot deflected over top of the net. Dylan McMahon from the left circle. His shot deflected wide, stick lifted, and finally the Mustangs able to touch the puck. And Johnson receives the stick in the back by Hope after Hope touches the puck. A whopping call will give us the first power play opportunity of the game, although the Rivermen, with a pair of extended delayed penalty opportunities with the 6-on-5 attacker. They had a goal with the extra attacker. Then the most recent opportunity leads to a power play. The Rivermen 16 for 85 with the man advantage this season. 18.8% is 12 in the USHL. Saito over to the right circle. Power's shot is blocked. It comes back to Saito. Saito over to Moyes at the left circle. Through the slot, it deflects in the air. Roberts unable to make a play, but Power walks in. And in front of the net, deflection over to the near boards, and an opportunity for the Mustangs to clear. Spin skates it out, 2-on-2 short-handed. Moyes comes back, lifts the stick, and back come the Rivermen. Roberts up the right side, drops it at the blue line. Power carries it on the backhand behind the Mustangs' net. Off the bench is Noonan. It's stolen by the Mustangs and comes back to McVeigh. Pass back across to Halford. Halford into the offensive zone. Power towards the net. And it's a pass attempt that's broken up off the skate. McVeigh keeps it in off the end boards. The Mustangs reverse the play around the boards. Noonan will keep it in. Another delayed penalty call coming up against the Mustangs. And just before Lyle could make a break for the bench, the Mustangs able to touch up, and it'll be 46 seconds of 5-on-3 opportunity for the Rivermen in an effort to tie the game. There's 7:31 gone in the second period. No penalties at all in the first period, and now a pair of penalties against the Mustangs as James Kirkwood goes to the box. Riverman, Nacita out in front. Back to McMahon. Pass down low to the right circle. McMahon shoots. And it comes out of the near corner back to Noonan. Noonan over to McMahon. McMahon shoots and scores! And there was still time left in the first penalty, so there's 1:40 remaining on the penalty to Kirkwood, which will keep the Rivermen on the power play. 8th goal of the season for Dylan McMahon, and just like that, we have a 4-4 tie, and we're not even halfway through the game. McMahon back into the offensive zone. He carries it wide on the forehand. Back to the blue line, leaves it for Noonan, who tries to work the give and go. It goes across the blue line. Noonan at the left circle, back to Halford. Halford to McMahon, back to Halford. Over to the right circle. Noonan out in front, unable to get the deflection. McMahon from the hash marks. Passes back to Halford. Halford from the top of the zone through traffic. Nearly gets a deflection from Johnson. Unable to beat Mitchell. McMahon goes off. Power comes on. Power keeps it in. He shoots. And it's blocked and sent the length of the ice with 32 seconds left on the penalty to Kirkwood. Lyle comes out to play the puck. Power back to retrieve it. Power with some speed through center ice. But he lost control, and here comes Isaac Barr. He's got a step on Aldrich Denis, but Lyle outside the blue paint makes the save and hangs on. A short-handed rush for Isaac Barr. He's got 13 goals on the season, unable to beat Lyle. 17 seconds left in the second Riverman power play. Off the face-off, McIsaac with a hard shot towards the goal, and it's a glove save for Lyle. Off the face-off, Matt Denis skates it out, and another delayed penalty call coming up against the Mustangs. Lalonde waits to touch the puck. He wants to let the penalty expire, and Kirkwood out of the box. Lalonde touches up. And it will be the third consecutive power play opportunity for the Rivermen. A 1-for-2 with the man advantage so far, courtesy of McMahon's 5-on-3 power play goal. And now the Rivermen with an opportunity to take their lead, their first lead since the game's opening goal early in the first period. 9:33 gone in the second period. And Halford wins the face-off with some help from Nacita. Nacita passes back to the point. Noonan to the middle. McMahon, Halford shoots, and he's stopped by Mitchell. The rebound under Mitchell, and Mitchell sprawls out in a snow angel to get the stoppage with 15 seconds gone in the penalty to McIsaac. Halford will take the face-off for the Rivermen, and it's won cleanly by Campbell, and he clears it the length of the ice. Too high for Noonan to knock down. Lyle comes out, leaves it behind the net. Has to be quick as Spink was in there. Halford brings it hard around the boards, and Nasita catches up to it in the near corner. Lose it for Noonan. Halford at the left point, across to McMahon, trying to go through the slot. It's picked up by the Mustangs, and off the back of Campbell, overskated by Clemens, which allows Noonan to recover. 55 seconds gone in the penalty to McIsaac. Campbell with another defensive read to intercept the pass and clear at the length of the ice. Campbell's been strong on face-offs tonight and made a number of strong defensive plays. Masita gains the offensive zone. And it's turned over. A possible short-handed breakaway. Isaac Barr. McVeigh back on the back check. What a move by Barr. And he gets the shot off. Nearly deked himself out. Now Moyes unable to receive the breakaway pass. Mitchell out to play it behind the net. McMahon keeps it in. He walks in from the far boards, drops it for Moyes. Moyes had it knocked off his stick. Out in front, the Mustangs will skate it out 2-on-2 shorthanded. Huntley and Aldrich Denis battle into the near corner. McVeigh races over to the far corner, and Huntley and Aldrich Denis were tied up behind the play. They still are. Moyes drops it for Victor. His shot hits Roberts in front of the net. Out of the box is McIsaac, and it's going to be icing called against the Mustangs with 8:23 remaining in the second period. The Rivermen now 1 for 3 with the man advantage. And we nearly had the goal of the year from Isaac Barr, short-handed, who made a couple of forehand, backhand deeks to get behind the Rivermen, and then from his knees got the shot on goal while able to make the save to keep this game tied. But that's why Isaac Barr is 4th in the league in scoring entering tonight. Lalonde late to come off the bench. The Mustangs win the face-off, and it's played around the boards. Isaac Barr bouncing puck, unable to settle it down. It's ahead for Tallman. Bouncing puck back for Huntley, who will leave it for Isaac Barr, who carries it behind the Mustangs' net. Pass up for Brownlee. Brownlee makes a move around Ashton and Power. Brownlee's shot is stopped. The rebound off the post, and it's missed off the far side of the net. Lyle was down and out. The Mustangs unable to capitalize, but they maintain possession. From the near circle back to the point, McIsaac unable to keep it in. He passes it ahead, and it's received by Hope. Hope across the blue line. Shot by Brownlee. Rebound by Hope, and Lyle spreads out to make the save. What an opportunity for the Mustangs to regain their lead for Kevin Hope and Justice Brownlee. Now Matt Denis comes out for the defensive zone face-off with 7:26 remaining in the second period. It's won by the Mustangs. Shot is blocked, and it comes outside the blue line, and it's skated through center by Halford. Halford from the near circle carries it and plays it out in front. The Mustangs are able to break it up. Tallman mishandled the puck, lost it in his feet, and it was poked ahead by Halford. Now played in by Aldrich Denis on goal. McIsaac takes the puck from Mitchell. Hope plays it behind the net for McIsaac. Pass ahead, too hot to handle for Brownlee, and it's played off a shin guard by Halford. Now it's sent up the ice. Aldrich Denis throws it back down for Hope. Hope over to McIsaac. McIsaac to the forehand, gets around Johnson, and passes it for Brownlee. Brownlee plays it off to Tallman. His shot off the stick of Aldrich Denis down low. Halford plays it over to the far corner, and it's knocked out to center ice for Moyes. Moyes takes off, tries to make a move around McIsaac, but McIsaac regains the puck. Moyes rubs him out along the boards. Battle behind the Mustangs' net. Moyes was 1-on-3, and the Mustangs were able to use the strength and numbers to grab the puck and break out. Shot from outside the left circle, misses wide. Widdenmeyer gets it around for Hope along the far boards. It's knocked off his stick. Moyes tries to find Matt Denis, unable to connect on the pass, and it's played back in by Clement. Lyle leaves it behind the net, and it's out off the skate of Moyes, played back by Campbell. The Mustangs off the boards, out to Spink. Campbell now 2-on-2. Campbell to the left circle, cuts back, and it's knocked off his stick by Moyes. Back out to center for Clement. Clement off the skate of Kirkwood. Kirkwood carries it behind the Mustangs net and plays it ahead for Spink. Nice breakout through the middle, finding Campbell, who cuts behind the defense, puts on the brakes, out into the slot, unable to connect on the play. Clement keeps it in. Chop through traffic is blocked, and taking off is Roberts. Roberts catches up to it, but not enough runway. He goes to the forehand, and Mitchell makes the save. Campbell in for Spink. Spink with the backhand pass. It's broken up. Nacita up for Moyes. Moyes 1-on-1 with Huntley. Carries it wide. Noonan into the offensive zone. Unable to get there in time. Victor gets it across to Saito. Back to Victor. Victor trying to connect with Halford, but unable to connect on the pass. Icing called against the Rivermen. We're 4:18 remaining in the period, and now this is the pace, the intensity, the back and forth action that comes with there only being 2 games left in the regular season. In a tie game, as we approach the late stages of the second period, the faceoff is won by the Mustangs. Huntley towards the net. It deflects wide. Lyle is down. The rebound is cleared. Pass up the left wing is intercepted by Conant, and played in. Racing after it is Isaac Barr. Behind the net, DeLon over to Isaac Barr. It's kept to the outside. And the Rivermen are able to clear on the second effort. Pass up for Noonan. Noonan, unable to center it, is caught on the back check by Clement. Behind the back pass, Lalonde races over to pick up the puck and break across the blue line. Lalonde separated from the puck, unable to split the D, but catches up to it in the far corner, and it's kept in by Huntley. The Rivermen regain the puck, and the pass is out of the reach of Noonan. McIsaac posts back. Icing is called, and Doug Twinning is losing his mind on the Rivermen bench. This is the 4th icing call of the game against the Rivermen that he has disagreed with. McIsaac was posting back. Still gets the call. The official will come over to give an explanation. Animated discussion with the Rivermen bench. And because Cuglietta was on the ice and it was an icing call, Cuglietta is being told he has to come back on. There's 5 players on the ice for the Rivermen, and that's what the Mustangs bench was adamant about. And after all of this, the Rivermen get more of a break than anything had Cuglietta just been allowed to take the substitution. Point of the no line change off when icing is that if there's tired players out there who ice the puck, they have to stay on. Well, now it's been about a minute and a half since the icing call. So all the 4 players that were still on the ice for the Rivermen, they're rested and ready to go. And both sides are not happy about the situation. And there's still 6 players on the ice for the Mustangs. So now we're set to continue as Brownlee comes off and the puck is dropped. It's won by the Mustangs. Oh, banks it off the boards. And it's knocked over the glass and out of play and all that for 8 seconds of play to elapse. And we get another face off and the Rivermen can now complete their line change. With 3:13 remaining in the period, Matt Denis off the face-off, plays it off the boards, and Cuglietta enters the offensive zone. It's knocked over by Cuglietta to the far corner. The Mustangs still able to break out. Matt Denis knocks it ahead. Unable to receive it was Cuglietta. A move by McIsaac. Throws it out and it's off Lyle into the Mustangs. In their lead. And we had the goal earlier in the period that was behind Mitchell and off the Mustangs' defense into their own net. And now the Rivermen with a goal off their own netminder from behind the goal line. Lyle has it go off his back and into the net. And the Mustangs now lead 5-4 with 2:41 remaining in the period. Matt Denis over to Aldrich Denis. Pass ahead to Johnson. McMahon gets a deflection. This is the number 9. Keenan McIsaac with his 4th goal of the season. Woodenmeyer looks to center it, but it's broken up by the Rivermen. Halford has Johnson with him. Halford streaks up the left side, puts on the brakes, plays it towards the net. Aldrich Denis down low. Wraparound attempt. He's stopped by Mitchell, but taken down. Delayed penalty call on the way. The Mustangs will touch up before Lyle can even leave the crease. And now, with even 2 minutes remaining in the period, it will be the 4th power play opportunity of the period for the Rivermen. Still no power play opportunities in the game for the Mustangs. Cam over the box for cross-checking. And the Rivermen 1 for 3 with the man advantage. Go back to work. It's won by the Mustangs, but they're unable to clear. Noonan along the near boards. Plays it back to Halford. Halford shot on goal is stopped by Mitchell, who slides to the tip of the blue paint in the butterfly to make the save. No rebound. 13 seconds gone in the power play for the Rivermen. And the face-off is won by the Rivermen. Nicita gets it back to Noonan. Noonan to Nicita. Back to Noonan. Over to McMahon. McMahon's pass attempt goes off the skate of Isaac Barr. And the Mustangs are able to clear. Lyle comes out to play it. Comes around the boards for Johnson. Johnson nearly stripped of the puck by Isaac Barr. Still gets it out to center ice. Could be an opportunity. Nicita holds it. And he fans on the pass attempt. He was looking for McMahon, but it's behind the net. Halford off to McMahon. McMahon from the left circle plays it back to the point. Noonan. Shot is blocked. Nicita inside the final minute of play in the second period. Halford out in front, and he is unable to tuck it in far side. Halford over to the right circle. Another delayed penalty call for Boarding. A rebound comes over to the near boards, and Isaac Farr will touch the puck with 45 seconds remaining in the period. There was a hard hit along the near boards. And now Lyle having a discussion with the official. And it's going to be a check to the head penalty against Isaac Barr. And now the penalty is 5-0. Disadvantage for the Mustangs. And the Rivermen already with a 2-man advantage goal earlier in the period from Dylan McMahon with another 45-second 5-on-3 opportunity. Yannick Lalonde arguing the call. Connor Noonan comes over to join the debate as well, and the official says, "Let's go." Get set for the face-off. End of discussion. Face-off is won by Lalonde, and it's played around the boards by McIsaac, but McMahon gets there in time to keep it in. Noonan walks in, pass deflects. Nasita gets it back to Halford. Halford into the slot, looking for the deflection. He goes over to the far corner. Back out for Halford. Halford walks in, shoots, and it's a blocker saved by Mitchell. The puck goes out of play off the blocker, saved from Mitchell with 23 seconds remaining in the period. Halford patiently waiting for the shooting lane, but unable to tuck it under the bar. Noonan wins the face-off back to Halford. McMahon curls back. 17 seconds left. The pass is deflected away. Johnson in front. Over to Nasita at the near circle. 10 seconds left. McMahon fakes it. His shot deflects in the air, and it's snatched out of the air, out of the glove hand of Mitchell. And now, exchanging some shots after the whistle with Noonan. And with 5.8 seconds left in the period, Riverman with one last opportunity to tie the game before the intermission. The faceoff is won. Halford from the far circle behind the goal line. Time expires. The Rivermen unable to get a late shot in the period. And the official is saying that the Mustangs have to stay on the bench before the Rivermen leave the ice, and that just upsets Yannick Lalonde some more. Lalonde and Elaine Rivalry are exchanging some words. Now Rivalry and the coach is on the ice, going over to have a word with the official. And now the timekeeper, Tyson Moyes, is having words with the coach from the Mustangs. Tyson and Ian Moyes saying that they have to stay on the bench. Yeah. They can't go on the ice with the salt on their shoes from outside the arena. And Mike Byrne still communicating with the official. Well, what an exciting second period. The Rivermen came in trailing 3-1. They stormed back to tie the game at 4 before giving up a late goal to the Mustangs. Now they trail 5-4 after 2 periods of play. And we're going to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard once again. The Ritos with a 4-1 win earlier against the Lumberjacks. The Wolves with a 4-3 lead over the Bulldogs in the third period. The North Dundas Rockets have extended their lead to 7-0 over the Glengarry Pipers. And the Barncats now leading the Gananoque Islanders 5-4 in the third period. So with the Smiths Falls Ritos picking up 2 points earlier today, they now have 29 points with 1 game remaining. So if the Islanders lose this game to the Barn Cats, they will not be able to catch the Ritos, as they will be trailing them by 3 points with just 1 game remaining. The South Grenville Rangers have extended their lead to 4-2 over the Ponggan Falls Rapids, so they are that much closer to locking up a second-round matchup with the South Stormont Mustangs. Of course, nobody wants to play the North Dundas Rockets. The South Stormont Mustangs, a strong team in their own right, but anytime you have an opportunity to avoid a playoff series with a team that's 18-0, you're going to take that opportunity. And the Manotick Mariners now leading the Pontiac Senior Comets 5-3 in the second period. That concludes our look at the out-of-town scoreboard. The Rivermen trail the South Stormont Mustangs 5-4 as we take a look at the second period scoring summary. Dan Johnson made it 3-2, 36 seconds into the second period with assists from Dylan McMahon and Matt Denny. It didn't take long for the South Stormont Mustangs to regain their 2-goal lead. Just 1 minute, 6 seconds later, Duncan Campbell scored his second goal of the game with assists from Tanner Spink and Taylor Widdenmeyer. And then at 16:31, the Rivermen got one back from Luke Inesita to make it 4-3 off the delayed penalty call. Connor Noonan and Alex Halford earning assists. And then on the 5-on-3 power play opportunity, Dylan McMahon tied the game at 4 with assists from Connor Noonan and Dan Johnson. And then late in the period with 2:41 remaining, Keenan McIsaac would bank one from the far corner off Colin Lyle into the net to regain the lead for the Mustangs with assists from Kevin Hope and Kobe Tallman. That makes it 5-4. Shots on goal after the second period are 37-24 in favor of the Mustangs. The Mustangs, without a power play opportunity thus far, the Rivermen 1 for 5 on the man advantage with 1:14 of 5-on-4 power play opportunity remaining to start the third period. Can the Rivermen come back and earn their 10th win of the season? We will be back with the call for the third period following the second intermission on the RA Sports Network. to say hi to you? Tonight in Arnprior, pair of full benches, and so far nobody has been able to get close to the center ice dot. There's one that knocks one right towards the winner. Last week we had the puck retrievers come in prematurely and interfere with the play. They're going to be careful not to have that happen again tonight. And the leading candidate was knocked right off the center ice dot. There's a pair of pucks that are pretty close to the center ice. It'll be hard to tell from ice level whether one of them is closer. And it's a pair of pucks that Matt Denis is going to see which one is closest. And here we go. We have a winner. Number 10 is tonight's winner. We're going to have a player from the Rivermen join us shortly for an interview before the third period gets underway. How are you doing? Enjoying with Ty Power after 40 minutes of play. Before we get into tonight's game, only one game remaining before the playoffs. How have these games against the Rockets and the Mustangs helped prepare you for what you guys are going to face in the postseason?
Yeah, obviously they're probably two of the top teams, so we're just kind of getting our feet wet with it and just trying to get these 2 points to get home ice advantage.
A high-scoring second period, now trailing by 1, entering the third period of play. What do you guys need to do to capitalize on these power plays and tie the game and hopefully get the win?
I think we just need to keep getting pucks to the net. We got to, keep it out of the odd man rush and just stay out of the box. We got one of their top guys in the box right now for 10, so we got to take advantage of it.
Thanks, Ty, and good luck in the third.
Thank you.
Welcome back inside the Nick Smith Center for third period EOSHL action on the RA Sports Network. I'm Ryan Woods, and the Rivermen trail the Mustangs 5-4 as we start the third period with the Rivermen on the power play for another minute. Spink carries it through center short-handed and takes a huge hit along the far boards. The Mustangs have been called for a 10-minute unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, which came at the end of the second period. Johnson passes back to the point, hard pass to the high slot off the near boards into the slot. Halford just able to keep it in. Nacita centering pass attempt off a stick. McMahon's shot kicked aside, rebound in the slot, contested, and Spink will gather the puck and send it the length of the ice. Lyle passes it through the middle, still 12 seconds left of power play opportunity. It's a giveaway right onto the stick of McIsaac. McIsaac's shot is blocked by the stick in Nacita. Lyle will hang on with 2 seconds left on the penalty. Off the face-off, the Rivermen maintain possession. Out of the box is Dylan Barr. We're back to 5-on-5. Pass out of the reach of Johnston. McIsaac passes ahead for Brownlee. Brownlee had the puck bounce on him. Stick lifted by Roberts. Battle in front of the Rivermen bench. Matani over to Moyes, and he's unable to receive the pass cleanly. Would have been all alone. McVeigh tried to center it from the near boards. Battle in the far corner. Through center ice, Tallman passes to Campbell. Campbell kept to the outside. Giveaway behind the goal line, reflects off the Mustangs player in front where Lyle covers the puck with 2:07 gone in the third period. It's, you talk about a heads-up play. That was a heads-down play right onto the tape of your opponent just below the goal line. But fortunately for the Rivermen, the Mustangs unable to maintain control, and it just bounces out for Lyle, who's able to hang on. Rivermen outside the blue line. Pass over to Ashton up the right wing. Power unable to make a play behind the net. The Mustangs backhand play back out to Victor. Victor knocks it past Campbell to center ice. Konich shot attempt trickles towards the net where Lyle will hang on. The puck was going wide. Lyle decides to take the defensive zone face-off regardless and slow things down. Then during the first period intermission, Connor Noonan said that the Rivermen just needed to get shots on puck, and then their first shot on goal of the second period found the back of the net. Shot by Huntley is stopped by Lyle. And once again, during the second intermission, Ty Power says the Rivermen just need to continue getting pucks on net. No shots yet here in the third period, and they will look to test Levi Mitchell. An opportunity here, 3-on-2. Out to center ice, McMahon across the blue line. He drops it for Halford. Halford's shot is a blocker save for Mitchell. 2-on-2 counterattack for the Mustangs. Lalonde drops it into the slot. And it's a shot, and they score! Tanner Spink beats Carlin Lyle blocker side 3 minutes into the third period, and it's a 6-4 Mustangs lead. The Rivermen get caught on the counterattack. The Mustangs able to break in with a shot from far out that they'd love to see a save there, but unfortunately for the Rivermen, they're now down by 2 once again. Still lots of time left. Saw how quickly these teams were able to trade goals in the second period. Here come the Mustangs once again. Tall man unable to get behind Aldrich Denis. Halford from the left circle. He's tied up by Tallman and rubbed out along the boards. Brownlee gets to center and plays it in off the glass. Lyle leaves it from Matt Denis. Matt Denis carries it through the center ice and makes a move to the backhand. He plays it down low. McMahon in the near corner, separated from the puck, but Matt Denis reaching for it, just unable to keep it in. Pass by Spink over to Campbell. Campbell drops it at the right circle, and a collision. Aldrich Denis trying to step in to make a hit, and now an opportunity. Duncan Campbell pops the water bottle for the hat-trick hit, and the Mustangs lead 7-4. A pair of quick goals to start the third period for the Mustangs, and the Rivermen, who trailed by 1, now trail by 3 in this game, quickly becoming out of reach in the third period. Victor connects on a pass, but the Rivermen unable to gain the offensive zone. Victor once again makes a move around Spink and passes it over to the left side. Roberts' shot is stopped by Mitchell. Moyes makes a hit in the near corner and knocks Campbell down along the near boards. Victor plays it over to Saito. His shot deflected wide, and it's cleared hard around the boards. The length of the ice. Victor races back. Not enough on it for icing. 5 minutes gone in the third period. Moyes inside the blue line makes a move between the legs. Plays it back over to the near face-off circle. Tallman makes a move. Moyes takes a tumble. And across the blue line. Nacita had an opportunity for a breakaway pass, but the Rivermen unable to find him. The Mustangs draw their first power play of the game. Two minutes for cross-checking. Aldrich Denis goes to the box, and it'll be the first power play opportunity of the game for the South Stormont Mustangs, who enter tonight with a 17 for 74 success rate on the power play. 23% is 9th overall in the EOSHL. Riverman able to clear the puck down the ice. Mitchell out to play it. Conan starts the breakout. He passes out to Campbell. Campbell drops it. Shot and a goal for Riverman. Mustangs didn't need much time on the power play to take advantage, and with just one power play opportunity, they've now matched the output for the Rivermen, who also have one goal on the power play tonight in 5 opportunities. Pass out to center ice, unable to connect with Johnston. Johnston deflects it into the offensive zone, and he steals it from behind the net. It's thrown back out down the ice. Icing call coming up against the Rivermen as Power was out an opportunity to rush up and receive the puck. The puck was long gone, and with 6:29 gone in the period, the Face-off will be in the Rivermen ends. Tough night for the Rivermen, but great night so far for the Ottawa Senators, who lead the Minnesota Wild 3-0 after 2 periods of play. The Ottawa Senators looking to end tonight 8 games above 500 for the first time since the 2016-17 season. Now the Mustangs back into the offensive zone. Kirkwood separated from the puck, but it pops out to the high slot for Tallman, who is taken down, unable to get the shot off. And it's stolen by the Rivermen. Pugletta makes a pass. Power carries it into the offensive zone. And a shot by Ashton is stopped by Mitchell, who flashes the leather with 7:03 gone in the third period. Now a 5-0 lead for the Ottawa Senators over the Minnesota Wild, outshooting the Wild 39-12. A statement performance by the Senators who had a 5-minute major power play to start the third period. And with 2 goals on the 5-minute major power play, have extended their lead to 5-0. Here comes Campbell, 1-on-3. Dylan Clement and Ty Power both called for roughing, offsetting minors. Play remains 5-on-5. Halford. Saucer pass over to the far circle, and the Rivermen are out to center ice. 2-on-3. Not able to execute the move was McMahon. Back out to center ice. Pass through the middle. Shot by Campbell is stopped. Rebound. Cleared. Aldrich Denis plays it ahead for McMahon. McMahon has to come back to receive the pass. He tries to thread it through the middle for Halford. Johnson unable to find the puck in the slot. Johnston comes back to play it around the boards, but it finds Halford. Halford stripped at the puck at the far circle, and it's going to be a penalty call for slashing against the Rivermen. Dylan McMahon will join Ty Power in the box. Sorry, not McMahon. McMahon looked like he thought that he had been called, but it's Halford who delivered the slash. Lalonde and Isaac Barr still in the box for their 10-minute misconduct awarded at the end of the second period for the next 1 minute 44 seconds, and they will be eligible to return following the first stoppage in play after the midway point of the third period. Conan comes all the way back to pick up the puck, and he'll start the breakout from behind the Mustangs net. Mustangs 1-for-1 with the power play so far tonight. This is their second opportunity. Brownlee towards the net, unable to get the deflection from Huntley. Lyle makes the save. The rebound played behind the net. Brownlee comes out of the far corner, passes back to the point. Huntley across for Conan. Conan back to Huntley. Shot blocked by the Rivermen. Conan receives it off his skate. Plays it off the boards. Brownlee looking to get it out in front. Johnston from the far circle carries it back to the point. His element will fade it through the middle. Now it's a 2-on-1 opportunity for the Rivermen, short-handed across the blue line. Ashton goes between the legs. His shot is stopped by Mitchell. Might have been offside, but went undetected. And with 55 seconds left in the penalty to Halford, Power and Clement are back on their respective benches after serving their offsetting roughing minors. McVeigh plays it back to Matt Denis as we approach the midway point of the third period. And it's played up into the rafters for a stoppage with 10:18 remaining. And the Ottawa Senators now with a 6-0 lead over the Minnesota Wild. Another power play goal by Drake Batherson. 3 goals, 2:42 into the third period. Here come the Rivermen up the left side, 1-on-1. McVeigh unable to get the shot off. Roberts, that was. Campbell plays it ahead for Spink. Spink lost control in the corner, and Matt Denis was able to clear it down the ice, but it was deflected by Campbell. Icing waved off by the linesman. Hope passes ahead for McIsaac. McIsaac into the offensive zone, makes a move, tries to roof it from the goal line, unable to beat Lyle. Pass over to Campbell. It was back to even strength, and the next stoppage in play, Isaac Barr, and off the crossbar, with a right pad save. Stretches across, and now it's a breakaway pass attempt that doesn't connect. With Noonan, delayed icing call, late whistle on that one, but now Yannick Lalonde is back on the ice. Isaac Barr is still in the box. Thought that he had just been called for the 10-minute misconduct, but I guess he's just going to stay there for the rest of the night. Or not. I didn't see the score sheet. I just heard that it was a 10-minute misconduct, which would mean that he would be eligible to return. He must have been called for another minor on top of that, perhaps, and maybe he'll be eligible to return shortly. It's played in by Brownlee. Lyle gloves it and hangs on with 8:48 remaining. The Rivermen will wrap up their season on the road next weekend against the Pond Falls Rapids. All the Rivermen need is one more win to lock down home ice advantage against the Pontiac Senior Comets. Of course, a defeat for the Pontiac Senior Comets would help as well, as they trailed the Rivermen by 3 points with 2 games remaining. So if the Senior Comets are able to and now Isaac Barr is back in the game. Lalonde and Barr out for the offensive zone face-off. Spinning shot attempt by Barr. Directed wide. Alford carries it out from behind the net, unable to make a move around Isaac Barr. It carries it along the boards out to center ice. It's caught up by Lalonde. Dylan Barr enters the zone. It's knocked his stick by Sato. Noonan out to center ice, plays it ahead for Victor. Victor up the right side. Shot from outside the near circle towards the net. Mitchell makes the save, drops down into the butterfly to hang on with 8:11 remaining. Oh my goodness. 7. Off the face-off, Huntley plays the puck high in the air, bounces out to center. Isaac Barr with a move between the legs of Victor. He gets it ahead to Dylan Barr, but it's knocked back out to center ice by the Rivermen. Lalonde passes back to Kirkwood. Isaac Barr makes a hit on Ty Power. Kirkwood plays it over to the right side. Isaac Barr out to center ice, finds Dylan Barr. Dylan drops it for Lalonde. Lalonde's shot on goal, and Lyle drops down to make the save and hangs on with 7:41 remaining. Three unanswered goals here so far at this point in the third period. 4 currently unanswered goals. going back into the second period where the game was tied. And since then, the Mustangs have just taken over. 4-goal lead with just over 7 minutes remaining. The Rivermen power lost an edge at the blue line. Back in Campbell. Out in front of the backhand, and he's got his 4th goal of the game? No. Yes, maybe so. There was no signal from the official as Lyle had the puck under his arm on the goal line, but it was in fact past the goal line, so it's a 9-4 Mustangs lead. A very nice move by Duncan to pull the puck in front of the net past Lyle and tuck it home for his 4th goal of the game. And the Rivermen just looking to play this one out. Halford with the rush. Right kick saved by Mitchell. Halford catches up to it on the backhand. Plays it over to Victor. Victor over to the left point. Pass into the slot. Johnson spinning shot stopped by Mitchell with 6:46 remaining. Face off to be on the far side. It's one ahead by Halford. Halford unable to get the shot off. A nice effort to set himself up for a shooting opportunity. McMahon, the near circle, plays it towards the net. Hope carries it behind the net. And it's poked back out to center ice. Brownlee carries it wide. Centering pass on the backhand. An opportunity. Johnston with a couple of whacks at it. And past McIsaac, here comes Halford on a partial break. Halford's shot off the iron and out of play. No, you can't get any closer than that, Alex Halford. And that close to his 13th goal of the season. Moyes off the face-off. Pulls it into the slot. His shot deflects high into the air. Stolen back by the Mustangs. This effort by Roberts in an attempt to regain the puck. Comes around the boards. Dylan Barr takes a hit from Roberts. McIsaac plays it over to the near boards for Johnston. Johnston out to center ice. It's gloved down by Brownlee. Moyes unable to get it past McIsaac. McVeigh gets it ahead to Moyes, who gets the puck deep. Mitchell out to play it. McIsaac ahead to Isaac Barr. Isaac Barr over to the far side. Tolman kept to the outside by Ulrichsen. Puck comes back to the point, bouncing puck. And Hope plays it down to the near corner. Out in front. Quick shot. Hope was knocked to the ice before getting the shot off. Now Moyes with Noonan across the blue line. Moyes out in front. Noonan off his skate, unable to get the shot off. Mustangs back into the offensive zone. 2-on-3. Into the slot. Dylan Barr's shot stopped by Lyle. 4:45 remaining in the period. Opportunity at the right circle. Isaac Barr receives it out of the far corner. Pass back to Lalonde. Lalonde tried to center it. It was kept to the outside by Max Sato. Dylan Barr plays it behind the net for Isaac. Isaac drop pass for Lalonde. Out in front off the elbow of Dylan Barr and knocked down to the Mustangs. And back to retrieve it is Clement. Isaac Barr re-enters the offensive zone, carries into the slot, tries to split the D. He catches up to the puck at the near circle and plays it over to the far boards. Here's an opportunity for the Rivermen out 3-on-2. Alford off the skate. Blocker saved out in front, poked away, and here comes Spink back the other way 2-on-2 with Isaac Barr. Spink with some speed down the middle, drops it for Isaac Barr. Barr centering pass attempt for Kirkwood. is deflected back out to center ice. And mishandled in the defensive zone. The Cedar knocks it ahead out of the reach of Noonan, and a huge collision with Noonan knocked to the ice by Huntley. Huntley off the bench and just bulldozes Noonan. Riverman with possession below the goal line. Saucer pass back to the point, finds Victor over to the left point. Aldrich Denise shot is blocked. Spink unable to get the zone entry. Huntley across the blue line over to Spink. His shot is stopped by Lyle. Inside the final 3 minutes of play in the third period, it's knocked down with a potential high stick, but play continues. Huntley plays it off the boards. Cronin enters the offensive zone. He finds Tallman. His shot blocked by the foot of Denis. Powell looks to steal the puck back from Tallman. Ashton had it bounce away from him. He gives a whack to Tallman. Tallman's shot stopped by Lyle. Rebound behind the net. Tallman does a shoulder check and gets it back to the outside the far circle. Shot stopped by Lyle. Power knocks it ahead. Bouncing puck for Puglietta in the far corner. He's knocked down. Ashton plays it into the slot. It's deflected off a stick to the near boards, and Tallman turns back with it. Off a skate of Ashton over to McIsaac. Pass out of the reach of Brownlee. Inside the final 2 minutes of play. All it's left to do is for the buzzer to go. Metheny with the turnover. Johnston's shot misses short side. The Rivermen turn it over once again. Lyle makes a save and hangs on with 1:38 remaining. And off the draw, Dylan Barr's shot sails out of play with 1:35 remaining. Another strong performance by the Mustangs. In their second final game of the regular season, they defeated the South Stormont Rangers 13-3 last weekend. And a 5-goal margin for their lead at the moment. Another opportunity, and they score. Lalonde, I believe, got the last one on that. So another double-digit performance for the Mustangs, who increased their lead to 10-4 with a 1:27 remaining. McIsaac, ahead to Isaac Barr. Pass arrives to Dylan Barr, who's rubbed it along the boards. The Rivermen play it ahead to McMahon. McMahon across the blue line. Gets the shot off. It goes over the crossbar. Mustangs defending in the far corner as we're inside the final minute of play in the third period. It's given over to Johnston. Johnston into the slot. Backhand shot attempt for Halford is stopped by Mitchell. McMahon pass back to the point. Saito back to McMahon. He elevates the puck and looks to catch up to it in the far corner. Kept in by Saito. One-time attempt by Halford is stopped by Mitchell. Not much on that shot. Battling in the far corner, Isaac Barr with 27 seconds left. The Mustangs will hold McIsaac. It's pressured by McMahon. And we're just going to run this one out. The final 17 seconds will wind down, and the Mustangs with an impressive performance, outscoring the Rivermen 5-0 in the third period to earn their 14th win of the season and improve the record to 14 wins and 5 losses. And in the net, Devine Mitchell earning his 4th win of the season, only allowing 4 goals, 3 of which came in the second period. wasn't tested in the third, but shut the door when he needed to. Once again, they're telling the coach that he can't walk across the ice with the salt on his shoes. He does not care. What can you do? The Mustangs earned the win, and that's what they came for, and that's what they did. Second star for your own veteran and first we'll get your 3 stars of tonight's game. Third star of tonight's game was awarded to number 17 from the South Stormont Mustangs, Taylor Woodenmere, who had 1 goal and 4 assists for a total of 5 points in this afternoon's game. 1 goal came on the power play. Second star of tonight's game from the Arnprior Riverman was number 24, Dan Johnson, who had a goal and an assist. And of course, the first star of tonight's game for the South Stormont Mustangs, Duncan Campbell, 4 goals and 2 assists for a 6-point evening. And I'm going to go back to double check. There was one player that had a 6-point game last weekend against South Grenville. Was it Duncan Campbell with back-to-back 6-point performances? No, it was Kobe Tallman who had a 6-point game last weekend against South Grenville. But a high-flying offense from the South Stormont Mustangs with another 6-point performance tonight from Duncan Campbell, including 4 goals and 2 assists, is your first star of tonight's game. We'll take one last look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Of course, the Ritos defeated the Lumberjacks 4-1, and the Gananoque Islanders lost 7-4 to the Lindsay Barncats, so that locks up the Lakes Division, and the Smiths Falls Ritos will finish first place in the Lakes Division, as the Islanders, now with 1 game remaining, trailing the Ritos by 3 points, unable to catch them. The Bulldogs and Wolves are tied at 5 in overtime. The Rockets earned a 9-2 win over the Glengarry Pipers. The South Grenville Rangers with a 7-2 lead over the Pogon Falls Rapids in the third period. Safe to say that one is going to be a win for the South Grenville Rangers, who will be leading the Pipers by 2 points with only 1 game remaining, and they have the head-to-head record in their favor for the tiebreaker. So even if the Pipers were able to win their final game of the season and the Rangers lost in regulation, the Rangers will still finish that division in third place and take on the South Stormont Mustangs in the first round of the playoffs, with the Pipers facing the North Dundas Rockets. And the Minitic Mariners have a 7-4 lead over the Pontiac Senior Comets. So despite the Rivermen loss, it looks like they will still finish second place in the Capital Division, as the Pontiac Senior Comets, with 1 game remaining, still trailing the Rivermen by 3 points, locks up home ice advantage for the Arnprior Rivermen in the first round of the playoffs, despite losing today's game by a final score of 10-4. And of course, we want to check one last look in on the Ottawa Senators game, because they were winning 6-0 last we checked, and that remains the score with 4 minutes remaining in the third period. Not a great night for Philip Gustafson, allowing 6 goals on 40 shots. Hard to follow up Marc-Andre Fleury's performance from Thursday night in his final game in his hometown against the Montreal Canadiens, where he earned a shutout. And Leva Marilainen, at this point, with 4 minutes remaining, stopped 15 shots faced, 4 minutes away from his third shutout of the season. I'm not afraid to say it. I have belief that he will get it done. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to tonight's game. Our final home regular season broadcast for the Arnprior Rivermen this year. 10 games in the books. They still have one game to play on the road next weekend, February 8th, as they visit the Poggan Falls Rapids to wrap up the regular season. The playoffs are set to get underway on Saturday, February 15th, as the Rivermen will play Game 1 against the Pontiac Senior Comets. We hope to have a broadcast for you that day. It is yet to be determined, as it is pending work scheduling coverage for myself. But I would love nothing more than to be here for Game 1 of the playoffs on February 15th. Should Game 3 be required, it will be a best 2 of 3 series. So, of course, if either team wins both of the first 2 games on Saturday, Sunday, Game 3 on Family Day, Monday will not be required. But if it is, it will be here at the Nick Smith Center, and we will have the call for you on that game on February 17th. But hopefully, we'll be here on February 15th as well. And we want to thank everyone for following us this regular season. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so on the RA Sports Network. And it's been a great regular season. We're looking forward to the playoffs. For my broadcast partner, Adriana Wong, I'm Ryan Woods. Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend, everybody.
Clear.